Hi, I'm Sophie, the approved practitioner at UCEN Manchester, and this session is all about structuring an essay. In this session, we will cover how to structure an essay, what to include in each part of the essay, and some useful words and phrases to include. Firstly, let's look at instructions. So your essay introduction should map out for the reader exactly what the rest of your essay is going to say or do. This is the place to pick out the key issues asked of you by the essay question and state how you will address them. You can state the direction of your argument and the stance that you are taking. You want your introduction to be very clear and concise. Now let's look at the main body of the essay. This is where you will make use of the majority of your word count. Most likely, there are lots of different points that you could make that are relevant to your essay question. However, to get the highest marks, I would recommend choosing the most interesting points and then really critically discussing these in detail. This will involve examining each point from different perspectives, scrutinising and evaluating each one to make a judgment. Structure all of your points in a way that makes the most sense and so that they present a clear argument and your stance in the argument. Finally, essay conclusions. This should be a summary of what your essay has said. Make sure that you do not introduce any new points here. From the points that you have made, state what your position is on the argument and why. You may also like to comment on the implications of what you have found for the subject as a whole, or suggest further research that could be done. To avoid being repetitive with your vocabulary and to help steer your argument, here are some useful words and phrases that you can use. So to introduce something, you could use "this essay will," "considering," "initially," "firstly." To agree with a point, you could say likewise, similarly, equally, and then add into these points in addition to or furthermore. To disagree with a point, you could say alternatively, on the other hand, despite this, nonetheless, however, although. And to conclude, in conclusion, therefore, we can see, it can be said. I hope that you found this session useful, and if you require further support, please don't hesitate to contact the library. Hello, I'm Sophie, the approved practitioner at UCEN Manchester, and these are my 5 tips for understanding the essay question. In my own time as a student, whenever I read an essay question, I was always left thinking, I have no clue as to how to go about answering that. However, that is just because essay questions are designed to really get you thinking critically about an issue. So don't worry if you ever find yourself feeling the way I did. So number 1, look very carefully at the wording of the question, as it is a kind of specific instruction as to what your essay needs to be about. Number 2, the wording of the question should give you some idea as to the format that your essay can take. Work out how many parts there are to the question, and this should help you with the different sections of your essay. Number 3, work out what the main focus of the essay is. This should drive all of the points that you make as part of your essay. Number 4, when you first read the question, all of the points that you need to make may not be clear, but don't worry. Your essay points and arguments will develop once you've done some wider reading for your essay. Number 5, essay questions usually include one or more academic terms. These are words like define or evaluate or analyse. In their everyday usage, they may mean more or less the same thing. However, in the academic world, they have very clear defined meanings and they indicate to you exactly how to approach your essay. For support with this, I recommend these 2 links. I hope that you have found this session useful, and I wish you the best of luck with your academic work.